Good morning, World Changers. It is day 72 of the 100 Days of Self-Discovery Challenge. How are you getting on with this challenge? Are you starting to really understand yourself? You should be by now. If you're doing it consistently and doing it daily, you will see patterns emerging. You'll see the same limiting beliefs coming up time and time again. You'll start discovering all kinds of new things. You'll hopefully will be coming up with your dreams and desires and starting to realize possibly some of the actions that you're doing each and every day are not in keeping with your core values that we discussed yesterday, and you'll be starting to kind of readdress these things. This can be uncomfortable because it can suddenly make you realize, damn, I'm not living the life that I want to. This is not right for me. This is not serving me. And that requires us to change, which is challenging. But don't get ahead of yourself. Just think about what you can do to each and every day. This is all about taking baby steps and just creating momentum, because it can be easy just to freak out and suddenly have a complete meltdown, which I've done. Which I did many a time on my personal development journey, when I realised, damn, I am totally going against everything I believe in. Everything I'm doing is not serving me, and it requires me to change. And it was uncomfortable. It absolutely was. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to pretend it was all rosy. And change, going through the transition of change, is not always rosy, and it is challenging. There's no doubt about it. However, it is definitely worth it. So coming through the other side, you will look back on this moment and just think, oh, thank God I took those steps. Because when we don't take steps and we just stay where we are, I use this is quite blunt to say, but a little piece of us dies. It's just like we just start sacrificing ourselves, and we sacrifice our souls and our dreams and our desires. And yeah, it doesn't bring out the true potential in us. It doesn't bring out the joy, the happiness, the potential, the person that you can be. And none of us actually truly know how far we can go. I mean, it's like when I started changing my life, I had no concept that I would be doing any of what I'm doing today. It wasn't there for me to even visualize, because I couldn't have visualized it. I just didn't have the belief system at that time. So it's only through action and momentum and practice and becoming more confident and pushing my comfort zone and doing it with the right support and encouragement that I've got to where I am now, and leading a much happier, healthier, meaningful life with more purpose, and having much more fun relationships and happier and healthier, no toxic relationships or anything like that. So today's question, to get you started with today, is and the reason I've done this preamble is because you might be challenged by this question. You might not be. You might love it and think, yeah, I can rattle off loads of things. So the question is, what are you successful at? So if you'd asked me this 10 years ago, I would have said, yeah, I'm successful in my job. I do really well at that. However, I still had a bit of imposter syndrome about me. Just felt, oh God, I'm going to be found out. Just always, I don't know, just not having a self-belief, even though I was good at it and I was getting good feedback off my programs. People were loving. I was a radio producer, and I used to love making radio programs, and I was getting amazing feedback. But yeah, there was still part of me that felt like an imposter. I didn't really belong. I wasn't as creative as everybody else. Other people made much better programs, and there was a sense of imposter syndrome. So if you're experiencing any of that with this question, just turf it to the side. Think about all the areas that you're successful in your life, whether that's you're a good parent, you're a good friend, you're successful in your health, you've got a healthy mind, healthy body, you are a great cook, whatever it might be, from the small to the major. And think about those areas, different areas of your life, your home life, your professional life, friendships, school life. Think of all the successes that you've had in your life. When you've made this list, then think about you know, how you became successful in those areas. What was the process? You know, what did you do in order to be a success in that particular area? Was it working on it every day? You know, being passionate about it, being inspired? Did you have role models? Did you have the support? Did you have the encouragement? So you can see where I'm going with this. This is, so when, if you're looking at your list and going, oh yeah, I made a real success of that, think about the areas that you don't feel that you're a success and apply the same technique. That's what this is about. This is the point that I'm trying to get across to you. You know, think about the lessons that you learnt when you became successful in those areas, the journey that you went on to become successful, because I'm sure it wasn't easy. You know, you had to put in lots of hours, practice, you know, consistency, you know, and I'm sure you had lots of highs and lows, especially if it was maybe a career success. You know, I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and you know, it's like when you start a new job, you just feel like you're failing at everything. You feel like the idiot. You don't know anything. Everybody else seems super efficient, and you're just like, oh my god, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. And then before you know it, just by doing it each and every day, you start doing it by second nature, and it just becomes automatic. You know, it's like learning to drive a car. You get in a car for a start, I haven't got a clue, and you're thinking, how will I remember to do all this mirror signal maneuver, change gears, do the clutch, all this? And then all of a sudden you're just doing it on autopilot. So again, this is what, you know, if there are areas in your life that you want to be successful at and you're not, then create a process. You know, it requires practice, you know, consistent development, and going to work on yourself to get there. And finally, when you're thinking about this question and you've come up with your list, think about what you can share and pass on to others about what you've learned. And also think about the people that need to know about your successes. You know, what do people not know about you and the successes, and how would that enhance your career, your relationships, that kind of thing? You know, because if people knew that certain aspect of that successful area about you, what could that mean? They could be like, oh, I didn't know that about you, we could use that, or that's useful, or, you know, it could be anything, you know. So think about who needs to know about your successes. Be proud to share them, celebrate them. You know, if you've been successful in them, you should be singing it from the right rooftops. You know, we're so bad at celebrating our wins. You know, we constantly, oh well, it's a biological default that our brain goes to the negative, and you know, our limbic brain defaults to the actual negative, to focus on the negative. So it takes, again, real practice to focus on the positive and celebrate the wins. So that's today's check-in. Share your comments below. If you're enjoying these posts, these videos, then do share them with other people. It's all about spreading personal development and encouraging people to have a personal development practice, because when we do, we change the world. You know, I keep banging on about this because I'm just so passionate about it. You know, it really is the key to changing the world. You know, we said about education changing the world, absolutely, but personal development, getting to know yourself better, understanding who you are, what your values are, what you stand for, and knowing what you're about is the absolute game changer to every aspect of your life. And when you improve your life, you start improving your environment and your relationships and everybody, and you infect in a positive way everybody round about you, because you can become a better manager, better leader, better parent, you know, better friend, you know, all these kind of things. You've got your own foundation strong and solid, so that you can start serving and helping others and creating a massive ripple effect in the world. So do let people know about this challenge, share it on social media, put your comments below, let people know you are going to work on yourself and you value yourself, and you're giving yourself this gift, making yourself a priority each and every day to get to know yourself better. So that's me today. Loved you all. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 73. All right, bye.